Hey guys, so as promised, I am back today and we are going to do a Celtic cross. Now, in Procreate, I've just picked a simple square canvas and I am following a step by step tutorial by a guy that does pencil paper drawing. I will link in the description to the channel I'm doing these tutorials off, but I'm simply taking his tutorial and having something to experiment with on Procreate to learn it. So first you need to start with this grid here that I've got of, what is it, 4, 8, 12, 16 dots, and then you put 9 big dots in the centers, and this drawing is mainly going to be curved lines. I'm not too focused on having everything extremely perfect, as I am just using my finger to get this done. So I'm doing it as best I can with my finger. I don't want to be restricted to the idea of, oh, I need to get a pencil if I'm going to do this properly. I am just learning as best I can. And I actually started this wrong. I didn't get the tutorial going uh, while I was drawing this, and I started doing it wrong. But me being me, I'm a backwards person, and I do some things in reverse. So I actually went through and did the outside of my Celtic cross first. It's just the way I did it. You'll notice that the lines are curves. They're not perfectly straight. That's just how the tutorial did them. I'm guessing it's something to do with the design. Like I said, I didn't come up with the idea myself. I just found an idea that I liked and thought I'd do it. So now that I've done the outside, the next step was to draw little hook shapes from there to an inner dot, and I had to do that 4 times on the exact same dots all the way around. However, this isn't my tutorial, so I'm just going to put a cork in it and let you guys watch in peace. I'll talk where I need to talk, but I am just going to speed the video up a little bit so you can see my process of doing it and trying to learn to get started on Procreate. Now, as you can see here, I've gotten the cross itself drawn. Now, the next step is to do the shading parts. Now, well, obviously with the pencil in the tutorial, he just used the pencil and sketched back from the lines where he was doing the shading from, and just getting lighter and lighter and lighter. And well, I'm not using a pencil, I'm using a tablet. So my workaround for this, I don't know any other way, was to create a new layer so I don't ruin the design at all, and paint using the brush just some extra lines around the curves, because where the big curves are, that shows the knot is crossing under another piece. So I used the paintbrush, painted a little bit of digital paint on, and then I experimented with a different smudging thing. Obviously you can tell that just doesn't work. So you'll see up in the right corner there, that icon that looks like a pointer, that's the smudging button. So what I did was I went in and I selected something close to what I thought would work, and then I just went to town with applying smudges. Just watch along. Again, I'm going to leave it here with my talking, and the rest of this is just going to be me showing you how I experimented with smudging to represent shading and things like that. Now, as you can see, it's coming along nicely. When I zoom it out, you can see it. Now, I've got a bit of a crossover here with this. I understand shading with a pencil to a point. I'm not 100% perfect at it. I've done art class and all that when I was younger, but I haven't really drawn very much, even shaded things very much in the last 10-15 years. So I'm just getting back into it here. And as I said, there's a crossover. I guess it's just like riding a bike. I'm finding the smudging part to do the shading quite easy to get my head around. In your case, you'll just need to experiment. If you don't know it properly in analog, you'll need to work get your knowledge going on what looks good to you when you smudge it. How you could even draw a picture with paper and pencil, practice some shading. I might even look at doing some actual videos that aren't digital and do pencil stuff myself, but I'm not quite sure yet, trying to get away from it. But it's all about just experimenting, seeing what you like, how your brain likes to work when it comes to doing the shading part. As you can see there, I've zoomed right out and it looks brilliant so far. But I'll be quiet now until the end of the video, and I'll check back in again. Now, as you can see here, it's coming along quite nicely. I'm just doing the last few touch-ups that I need to do to make it look how I want it to look. But overall, I'm enjoying the process of learning Procreate, and it looks nice. If you guys like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe.